Hi, everyone. Welcome to my live stream. My name is Lauren Goodkind. I am a chess teacher in the San Francisco Bay Area. What I'm going to do right now is I am still setting it up, so please be patient. I am going to be analyzing people's chess games right now. Okay. So let's get started. A beginner sent me a game, and I'm gonna go ahead and analyze this chess game. So his name is Arman Shayan, and he is from Pakistan. So let's go ahead and analyze this game. He's rated 800, um, 87 on chess.com, and his opponent is Capital City Goofball from the United States, rated 897. So let's get started. The game went e4, and then c6, pawn to d4, pawn to d5. This is a great start for both players. This is called the Karakan defense. This is a very common opening. Pawn decides. Okay, so the pawn decides to go to e5. That's fine, and then pawn goes to c6, c5. I don't. Okay. David says, "Hi, David. Good to see you again. I'm so glad that you're here. How's it going? Right now I'm just analyzing a beginner's chess game. The pawn went to c5. I don't think that this is a common move. Oh my gosh, you can't see the chessboard? Oh no. Thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate it. If I forgot to share my screen. Thanks, I appreciate that. Wait, I can't see it. Oh. Let's try that again. Can you guys see it? Okay, thanks. Okay, you can see the screen now. Okay, that's great. I need to start over right now. The game that I am going over is against two beginners, and one of them, okay, so it's against Arman Shayan, and he's rated 887, and he is from Pakistan, and his opponent is Capital City Goofball um from the United States, and he's his rating is 897. So I'm going to go ahead and analyze this chess game because Arman asked me to analyze the game, so I'm like, okay, fine. um the the game started out with e4, pawn to c6, pawn to d4, and then pawn to d5. This is a good start for both players. This is called the Karakan defense, so this is very common. Um, Pawn to e5, and this is perfectly fine. I know that some people also can some people take this pawn on d5, but moving this up, I think that's perfectly fine. You guys, welcome to my live stream. I'm so happy that you're here. If you have any questions, feel free to just type something in the YouTube chat box. Pawn to c5. This is new. I don't think I've seen this move before. Usually what people do is they usually like move the bishop to f5, but I'm gonna go ahead and open just turn on the lines right now. Yeah, bishop to f5, that's more common. This move, it looks kind of unusual, but okay. Knight to f3. Pawn to e6. This seems okay. So I guess if if this pawn does take it, then the bishop can just take it back. So this seems okay. Bishop goes to e2, knight to c6. I like how black is developing develop this knight. Pawn takes, bishop takes, and that's good. I don't think that taking this pawn, I don't know if that's a good move or not. Perhaps white should just move the pawn here, because if pawn takes, then the c pawn can just go ahead and just take it back. So that's what I would probably do if I was white. Notice that white took sorry white took the black pawn, but that just helps um black's bishop to develop. You don't want to help your opponent's pieces develop. That doesn't help y'all. But okay. Um Knight goes there. Knight goes there. Okay. White decides to castle. Knight goes to g6. Right now, this is looking pretty good. Pawn goes to a3. And knight just took the pawn. It's safe to take it because, again, there are 2 attackers and there's 1 defender. So taking the pawn with the knight, that's good. He decides to go there, and then let's see what happens. The knight goes there. Okay. That's interesting. If I was Zach, I would probably castle right now. Just to keep the king safe. Moving the knight here. I mean, like, oh, actually, I do see what's going on. The knight and the bishop are threatening to take this pawn on f2. Okay, let's see what happens. So the rook decides to go back there. Okay, to defend the pawn. Okay, that makes sense. Queen goes there. Let's see what happens. The pawn goes there. White is being very aggressive. And the bishop decides to go back. Okay. So right now, I think that Armand Chayan, I think he's playing pretty well right now. Another move that he could do, possibly, is to, because if you notice right now, the knight on c3, it is not protected, and because of that, Zach can actually win a pawn by bishop takes pawn, rook takes, and then this queen can go ahead and just take the knight. So that's how Black can win a pawn. But instead, he moved the bishop here. I still think it's okay, but if you can win a pawn, why not? Okay, bishop goes there. And then let's see what happens. Queen goes there. Okay. That's interesting. The computer says, yeah, we need, okay, so Black needs to pay attention to what he can safely capture. Notice this queen can safely just take this knight for free. He moves the queen to g6, but again, asks, like, what can I safely capture? What am I attacking? Queen can safely capture the knight. Then the queen should just take the knight right now, right? But instead, he moves there. Okay. Bishop goes there. It's attacking the queen. So the queen goes here. That makes sense. Now, now the queen, the knight, and the bishop are attacking the pawn on h2. That makes sense. Let's see what happens. Okay, pawn goes there. It's attacking the knight. Let's see what happens. And then the pawn goes here. It's attacking this bishop. Let's see what happens. Well, the bishop decides to go back. That's interesting. So white made a mistake. This pawn should just take the knight right now, because notice that this pawn is attacking this queen, and that means this queen cannot safely capture the bishop because of this knight. So once this queen does take the pawn, then white is going to be up a piece, right? White can just simply just move the bishop back to e3. Let's go back to what actually happened in the game. Okay. So the bishop goes there, and then the knight goes here. I guess Black is trying to get fancy right now. Um, what? Okay, knight takes. Knight goes there. Um, okay, so Capital City Goofball made a huge mistake. Um, Again, the question that these people should ask is, can I safely capture any pieces? The bishop right here, huge mistake. What should white do in this position? The queen should have just captured the queen on h5 because the queen was not protected. That's why I'm taking that's why like asking the question, can I safely capture a piece? That's very, very important. Um, so that means that taking the knight with the G knight, that's a big mistake because the queen could just safely just take the queen. So in this position, I think the best move is for the queen. The queen should just take this knight, and then um Zach is threatening checkmate. That's why it's like when you're playing chess, you gotta be aware of like what pieces are on the same diagonal. This knight is pinned. That means taking the knight with the knight, huge mistake. Let's go back to what actually happened. So the bishop goes here, big mistake. Because white should have just taken the queen. Let's see what happens. So the queen goes there. So at least like he's at least like our Armand is paying attention to like, oh, the queen is being attacked. Let's move the queen to a safe place. Okay. So okay, that's fine. Okay, knight goes to there, and then the king goes there. I am not a big fan of this move. Um, Again, I noticed like he hasn't castled yet. In this position, I do prefer if the bishop goes to b8. And the reason why I do prefer this move is because this bishop is controlling these squares. This bishop is still on this diagonal. That's very, very important. And then this knight can't go to these squares right now. The other reason why I don't like this move is because um since he moved this king, he can't castle right now. And like, how about this bishop? This bishop cannot move. That's not good. So yeah, this bishop should just go to b8. And then I think a nice follow-up plan is to perhaps move the pawn to a6 to attack the knight. This is not good, really. Move the bishop back. It's perfectly fine. But let's go back to what actually happened. King goes to d7, knight takes, king takes. Okay, rook goes there. Pawn goes to h5. Again, one thing I would prefer doing is I noticed like he hasn't gotten this bishop out. Let's get this bishop out. The computer also prefers king to e7. I think the reason why the computer wants king to e7 is because this queen, this bishop, this pawn, they're on the same diagonal. I'm sorry, the same line. So I think that this would be a much safer place for the black king. But um yeah, so right now the bishop goes here. This is Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned right now. The bishop, it is pinning the knight to this king, and that means that this knight cannot move. And then the pawn goes there. Okay, that makes sense because if the bishop takes knight, then the pawn can just take it back. Bishop goes there. This knight can't take the bishop because again, this bishop is pinning the knight to the king. So black decides to move the queen to f7. Bishop takes, pawn takes, and then bishop goes here. This is It seems like black is trying to get I'm sorry, white is trying to get fancy right now. Notice that um this pawn cannot take the bishop because the queen, it is pinning the pawn to the king. Let's see what happens. So the pawn goes there. Um in this position, what would I do is I would probably unpin on this pawn. Um, so king goes to e7. This would be good because now this pawn, it's not pinned, and then black is threatening to capture the bishop on e4. This move, I'm not too sure. I'm still kind of concerned about this bishop. He needs to get all of the bishops out, right? Notice this rook on a8. It's not doing anything. This is not good, right? So yeah, if you have a pinned piece, unpin it. But okay, pawn goes to g5. He goes there. Let's see what happens. Pawn goes to h5. Again, in this position is, hey, we gotta get this bishop out. It's like in chess, like you gotta get all the knights and the bishops out. This bishop, the c8 bishop is not doing anything. Let's move it out right here. Okay, so I don't really like this move at all, but okay. Pawn goes there, pawn takes, and then it goes there. And then, oh, so Haven says, thank you for making this available. You are welcome. If you're a beginner chess player, feel free to just share a game with me. I would be happy to analyze it for free. To share a game with me, go to my website, chessbylauren.com. And then if you go to contact, then you can copy the PGN of your chess game, and then you can email me the game this way. The other thing I do ask is, even though the service is free, I do ask for donations. So if you can give me a donation, I would greatly appreciate that. So if you do that, yeah, thanks in advance. So I'm gonna go back to this game right here. So what is going on? The rook goes here. Notice again, this pawn cannot capture the bishop because the queen is pinning this pawn to the king. Let's see what black does. Black decides to go here, and the computer doesn't like this move again. I'm just very concerned about this pawn right now. I think we need to go bishop to e6. So now all of these pieces are protecting the pawn on d5. Let's go ahead and go back to what actually happened. Pawn goes to g4. Rook goes there. See, do you see that all these pieces are attacking this pawn on d5? Okay, bishop goes to e6 right now. Yeah, so I think that's fair. I think another move that black might want to try to do is to go to pawn d4. Oh, I don't know, but okay, bishop goes to e6. Bishop takes, rook takes. This is not safe. Queen takes, that's not safe. Oops. Let's go back to what actually happened. So in this position, bishop takes, and then this is not safe. The computer is suggesting that the queen should go and take this pawn on g4. Notice this bishop, it's still pinned. So that's what I would suggest doing. Let's go back to what actually happened. This is not safe because, again, there's two attackers, the queen and the king, and white only has one defender. So that's why taking the bishop not safe. Queen takes, queen goes there. Okay, rook goes there. Okay, I do like this move. This rook on a8, it's not doing anything. So it was good for the rook to go to the a rook to go to g8. It's attacking this queen. Let's see what happens. Queen goes there, and then black checkmates white. Okay. Nice checkmate. So there were some good things that black did, and there were some things that black needs to work on. So if we, as a recap, let's just go ahead and just take a look. One is this opening is okay. Okay, Pawn to c5. I'm not too sure about this move again. When you're playing the Caricon, usually the bishop goes to f5. So that's something to consider. Pawn goes there, and then the game continues. This is perfectly fine. I like how black decides to just take that pawn. It's safe. And then I think that, again, he's trying to attack. You need to get, I think instead of moving this knight here, make sure you get all the knights and bishops out and then castle. Like when you're playing chess, you should only move the knight or the bishop only one time in the opening. Because if you move the knight or the bishop out more than one time, then it's like you're wasting time. You gotta remember about your other pieces that are not developed. They need to get out too. So the game continues. Just remember about the double attack move. This knight's not protected, so you can easily just win a pawn by just taking the pawn on f2. Once the rook takes, then the queen can just take the knight. The other thing is always ask, what am I attacking? Can I safely capture a piece? That's something that Black can work on. Let's go back to what actually happened. Other thing that Black needs to pay attention to is what pieces are on the same line. Taking the knight with the knight, that's a huge mistake, because this queen can safely just take the queen. That means that this knight is pinned. So that's a huge mistake by going there. But White made a mistake because he ended up he ended up moving the bishop to e2, but he should have just taken Black's queen. So there is some crazy thing. Another thing is, this bishop is very, very strong because it is on this diagonal. Next time, you gotta move the bishop to b8 because this bishop, it is still on this diagonal. That's very, very important. This knight's not going anywhere, and then we can, on the next move, let's say that the rook goes here, you simply just kick the knight out by moving the pawn to a6. So that's something you got to remember. Move the bishop back. This is not a good move because, first of all, this bishop cannot get out and he cannot castle. Okay, so that's the purpose of bishop to b8. So anyway, the game continues. The other thing that Black needs to remember is the d5 pawn, it's a pinned piece, and because of that, you gotta unpin it. Unpin this pawn. Move the king over to e7 because now Black is threatening to take this bishop. This, like, it's not good. Like, if you have a pinned piece, your opponent can try to take advantage of that, and that's what White is trying right now. Pawn goes here, but again, so the game continues. Unpin the pawn. Make sure you get this bishop out. This is not safe. And then this is a nice checkmate. You guys, welcome to my live stream. Feel free to type something in the YouTube chat box if you have a question or a comment. If you're a beginner chess player, feel free to just share a game with me. So David says, what do you think the top 5 mistakes and blunders that beginners make in chess, in your opinion? I think that one huge mistake is not paying attention to what they're attacking. So again, this game has a lot of typical mistakes. So for example, one big mistake is, hold on for a second. One really big mistake is this is a big mistake. One is, if you can safely capture a piece, go ahead and just take it, right? But beginners oftentimes do not notice that they can safely take a piece. So instead, he moved this queen here. This is actually very typical for beginners. Another big mistake that beginners make is like if I move here, is it safe? I actually think that Black did a really good job moving pieces to safe places. But another big mistake is like you have to pay attention to like what pieces are on the same diagonal. Another mistake. No, Black actually did a pretty good. Yeah, this is like another mistake. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn this around, and the question is, can I safely capture a piece? Right now, White decided to take this bishop, and it's not safe because Black has two attackers, and White only has one defender. This is a common beginner mistake. You always want to ask, like, if I move here, is it safe? Can I safely capture a piece? If you cannot safely capture a piece, don't capture it. You're just going to end up losing material. You have to ask questions. If you can avoid making silly mistakes, then you can get to the next game level in chess. Let's go ahead. Other mistakes is like moving out the queen um out too early, like in the opening. That's not too good. It's just like a lot of silly mistakes. That's very, very important. So I hope that um you found this um analysis to be beneficial. In this position, I don't think okay, yeah, this is a very tough position. Um the queen and the rook are attacking this pawn, and the queen goes here, but this allows checkmate. To stop the checkmate, this rook should just have gone here. And then this rook, it is pinning the queen to the king. If rook takes, then the rook can go here, king takes, and then Black would be in the winning position. So let's go back to yeah, so that's the game. So Arman Chayan, I hope that you found this analysis to be helpful. It was great to analyze your chess game, and as a friendly reminder, I do invite you to give me a donation via PayPal if you want to. If you do that, thanks in advance. David says, I sometimes notice that beginners even forget to ask, can I threaten or give checkmate on this move? I do agree with that too. It's just like it's so easy to overlook um something in chess, especially like in the middle game, like opening and middle game, because there's a lot of pieces. That's why, like, when you're playing chess, take your time. You have to ask questions and think. Chess is a thinking game. If you do not think in chess, you will end up making a lot of silly mistakes. So I hope you found this analysis to be helpful. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna go ahead and analyze another beginner's chess game because another beginner sent me a chess game, but I need to get it right now. So just hold on for a second. So my question is where are you guys watching from? So I'm live streaming from the San Francisco Bay Area. Where are you guys watching from? I would like to know that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to another chess game. Okay, so this one is it's a long chess game. Okay, it's 54 moves. I'm just taking a look at my email right now. Let's see. Okay. David says I'm watching from in San Antonio, Texas. Yep, I know you're from Texas. I just want to know about the other people. Other people, where are you watching from? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at this game. I'm gonna go ahead and just copy. Okay, I'm hoping this is gonna work. Let me go to new analysis. I'm gonna go ahead and see if this works. Okay, good. I think it works. So that's great. Um, okay, so the beginner. Let me see. Oops, wait, no. I gotta see who's my impact right now. Oh, wait, no. Okay. And okay, so the beginner, um, okay, so the person who sent me this game, had the black pieces. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around, and I'm gonna quickly just see what is going on right now. This is a crazy game right now. Black resigns in this position. Okay, well, let's just take a look. The game started out with d4, d5, pawn 2, e6. Again, I'm not a big fan of this move. You want to get all the knights and bishops out, so I do prefer bishop to f4. If the bishop goes to f4, then this is the London system. I also think that knight to f3, this is good. The reason why I don't really like this move is because this bishop cannot get out. This bishop is restricted. This bishop can only go to d2, but before he moved the pawn to e3, notice this bishop can go to these squares, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to try to get your bishops out. Okay, so the bad news is, yeah, this bishop cannot get out, but this bishop can get out too. But ideally, move this bishop here, move, and then once this pawn goes here, then this bishop can get out, right? But let's go back to what actually happened in the game. Bishop goes to f5, queen goes there, and um this is what sometimes beginners do, and actually this is pretty typical. Beginners love to move the queen out early, and the reason why is because the queen is the most powerful piece in chess. Queen likes to attack, and that's what exactly what's going on in this. This queen, oh, this queen, the queen is, is I hope you guys can hear me right now. Um, Queen is attacking this bishop, and the queen can safely capture it. So let's see what happens. Pawn goes to e6, and I do like this move because the pawn is protecting the bishop, and also notice it opens up lines for this bishop, so that's fine. Hi everyone. I am back. It seems like my internet connection was a little bit choppy, but I am back, so that's great. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. Okay. Here we go. Wait, I need to go back. Um, yep. Okay. Welcome back. I had some internet issues, but I'm glad that I'm back on. Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and analyze my person's game. Yeah. David says, I hate it when internet connections get choppy. I'm just glad that you're okay. Thank you. Okay. It happens, you know. Okay. Um right, so this is the position. This is the game that I was analyzing right now. Oh, wait. Uh, um okay, wait. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this board. So it went like this. Okay, so what was I talking about? Um, so the queen is threatening to take the bishop, and I do like this move because first of all, this pawn it is protecting the bishop, and it also opens up lines for this bishop. Pawn goes to c4, attacking this pawn. Let's see what happens. Bishop goes there. I think this is okay. In this position, what would I probably do is I think that knight to f6, I think that's fine. I also think that maybe pawn to c6, I also think this is fine. Because if pawn takes, then the pawn can go ahead and just take it back. Wait, what is going on right now? Um, oh wait, no. I noticed like there's like banners right here. Um, hide. Sorry. Hi you guys, welcome to my live stream. I'm still analyzing chess games. Okay. Pawn. Okay, so let's see what happened. Okay, so the bishop goes there. It's attacking the queen. It was a good idea for this pawn to not take it because if that's the case, the queen could go ahead and just take this pawn, and it's attacking the rook and the knight. So it was good that the pawn did not take the pawn. Bishop goes there. It's attacking the queen, and then the queen goes there. Okay, and then the queen goes there. Okay, I do not like this move at all. If your opponent's queen gets out, you want to try to attack with your minor pieces. So the best move is to go bishop to d6. If you notice right now, this bishop is attacking this queen, and the queen needs to move. But this is bishop to d6 is a good move because we are attacking the queen and we're also developing our pieces with tempo, right? White is wasting a lot of time because notice that um he's just moving the queen, but notice he hasn't gotten the knights and the bishops out. So that's why you want to get all the knights and bishops out. This is like white is wasting a lot of time right now. But let's go back to what actually happened. Queen goes there, but again, big mistake because um the queen can safely just take this pawn on c7. That's why when you're playing chess, you want to ask, like, okay, what is my opponent attacking? The queen is attacking this pawn. Is it safe for this queen to take this pawn? At this time, no, because of the queen. But, notice that once you move the queen, the position just changed. This queen is not protecting the pawn on c7 anymore. So Therefore, one question beginners should try to ask is, if I move here, is it what is my opponent gonna do? So that's the question. If I move here, where is my opponent gonna do? So this is, yeah, this is not too good for black right now. So instead of moving the queen here again, I would prefer bishop to d6 to attack the queen. But let's move on. Bishop goes there. Knight goes there. Okay. And right now, I'm just very concerned about this rook right now, because if the queen takes it, like, how do we save this rook right now? That's not too good right now. So I think in this position, what would I probably do is I would probably maybe move the, well, okay, the computer says to take that pawn. Okay, I guess so. Or take this. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. Another move is perhaps the knight can go over here. Because if the queen takes it, the rook can go here. And then it's not safe for the queen to take this rook. The computer is suggesting queen goes here. Oh, see. The computer also suggests queen goes to, oh wait, no, it's not. What happened? Yeah, knight to d7. That's what I would suggest. We have to save this rook right now. Knight goes there, queen goes there. There's no way for watching. No. There's actually a okay. So I noticed this bishop, this pawn, this queen, this rook, they're all on the same diagonal. So one way that black can try to do is to take this pawn. It's not safe for this queen to take this rook because of this bishop. But the problem is this queen can just take the bishop. The queen, and then this knight can go here, and that's like how black can safely save the rook right now, but black is in trouble right now. If we continue, rook takes, rook, knight goes there. Okay, I think maybe the knight should take it. Knight should go here. And then this would be a lot better. You don't want to take it with the pawn. You want to take it with the knight. And the reason why is because black is threatening to do a double attack move. This knight cannot capture the bishop because this bishop is pinning the knight to the king. So therefore, let's say that the knight goes here. Then this knight can take this knight, and notice that it's not safe for this queen to take the bishop because of this knight. If the pawn does take it, then the bishop can just take the queen. So that's why we want to take it with the knight. If we take the pawn with this pawn, which like did, we're not really threatening anything right now. So that's why it's important to pay attention to like what pieces are on the same diagonal. Let's go back to what actually happened. Knight decides to castle. Okay. So it looks like castling is a big mistake. Knights can get very tricky right now. Because what happened is, notice this bishop, it's not protected. The knight takes the bishop, and this bishop is attacking this bishop. What happens? So the bishop takes, and the knight takes it back. So this was a very good move. So that means that castling, that's a mistake. So in this position, what would I probably do? Maybe bishop can take knight, bishop takes, and then let's go ahead and castle. That's what I would probably do to avoid using material. But again, this constantly, that's a big mistake. It uses material with knight takes, bishop. Okay, bishop takes, knight takes, and then the queen goes there. I'm thinking, yeah, right. So the queen's protecting this pawn. The queen is also, the queen's also attacking the pawn on b2. Pawn goes there, and that's what happens. I think in this position, what I would probably do is let's go knight to e6, and this would be a good move. If you notice right now, this queen, it's in the corner right now, and this queen is attacking this pawn. It's also attacking this pawn. It doesn't have a lot of safe squares to go to. If we go knight to e6, then notice this queen, it's trapped, right? So the best move is for this queen to just take the rook. King takes it, and then the computer says that white is in a is in a winning position and is up 7.8 points. But maybe this is one way that black can fight back. Let's go ahead and go back to what actually happened. This knight needs to just get out. Knight goes there. Okay, so the computer says queen to hold on. Queen goes to a3. Okay, so the computer says that queen to a3 should be playing right now. But okay. Knight goes there. Again, another move I would probably go is to maybe move the knight over here just to get the knights out. Let's go and go back. See, that's the problem. Yeah, that's another problem with a knight to c6, because if we notice right now, this knight's protecting this knight on c6. This queen is attacking the knight on c6. So this knight, if it does move, then this knight, it's not protecting the knight on c6 anymore. So therefore, white takes the knight. So that's why I prefer if this knight goes here, because now both knights they're still safe, right? This is not too good right now. Queen takes, and then black resigns. My recommendation is, if you're losing a chess game, do not resign, because your opponent can still make mistakes. So that's my recommendation if you're a beginner. If you're a beginner, then just continue to just play on, because even if you're in a losing position, that doesn't mean you're going to lose. And if you have a queen, no, you could still try to fight back. Maybe you could go for a stalemate or the perpetual check. I wouldn't resign in this position, but it is still very difficult to play. But that's something you want to consider. So I hope you found this analysis to be helpful. So David says, have you ever seen kids cry after using a chess tournament game in person, regardless of level? If you happen to see one of your kids' students cry after using, did you say anything to him or her? That's a good question. Yeah, I've seen kids cry before. I'm just trying to remember if I have any specific stories. Let me see. Yeah, okay, I think I remember one story. I remember that I was playing against no. So one of my students was playing in a big chess tournament, and I think this was the last round. He did lose a game, And then I remember that he cried. Um, and I just remember like I went up to him and I just said like, "Hey, what's going on?" And it's like I lost, but I just said like, "Hey, everything's gonna be okay." I just tell like my students like, um, you want to just play your best, but I think it's important to just try to be on the positive side. So like if you do lose, then I just say like, okay, like I will just be happy to just analyze on the chess game, and then we can learn from your mistakes. So you have to just treat it as a learning experience, right? Um, that's important. The kids that lose games, they're like under 1,000. But it's just like I try to just comfort them and just say like, "Hey, it's okay. It's just a game." Um, but yeah, I like to analyze my students' games and see what happened, and uh, I think that's a good way to get better in chess. That's important. David, do you teach chess too? Do you have chess students too? That's something I would like to know. But okay. Um, Okay, let's continue. Um, yes, I hope you found this analysis to be helpful. Um, what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead and play a chess game, and so let's do that right now. I have more chess games to analyze, but I'm gonna go ahead and analyze that on Sunday. So that's what I'm planning to do right now. So. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and go to go to live chess. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and play a bullet chess game right now. Okay, I'm playing somebody difficult. This is 1932. This guy is from Spain. I'm gonna go ahead and play the Ponziani. Um, okay, a lot of people do that. I just moved this queen out. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna go and take it. I've seen this line before. I just move it back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go there. Okay. I don't think I like this line, but some people play it. What do people do? Is okay. I'm gonna go ahead and then go here. Okay, knight goes there. So, um, okay, I'm gonna. You have to be careful. Okay, I'm gonna go. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of unfamiliar with this line right now. Um, okay, what do I do? This is not very, very common. Um, okay, I'll go here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, pawn goes there. I'm gonna go ahead and then go here. Okay, that's fine. Let's move this bishop here. He goes there. Um, okay, I'll go ahead and take it. And then let's move it back. Okay, that's fine. I gotta move my queen here. Oh shoot, this is good. Let me see what happens right now. I'm thinking that okay. I want wait, let's move this bishop here. because then I can cancel. I think I'm doing okay right now. Um, okay, let's go here. Come on. Okay, he goes there. That's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel. This pawn is not going anywhere right now. Okay, so what am I thinking about doing? I'm thinking about just maybe moving the pawn to g4 maybe. I think I'm holding up. Okay, let's attack. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to attack right now. Okay, what's going on? Okay, let's go here. And then the bishop goes there. Okay, that's nice. And this looks good. Okay. That's interesting right now. Um, I don't think I want to. Oh wait, I gotta really hurry up right now. I don't want to lose on time. That's fine. Let's go here. That's fine. I'll go here. I want to just take it. I don't want to lose on time right now. Wait, what is going on? Okay, we'll go here. We'll take it. Okay. Oh wait, I'm gonna lose on time, mate. No. Okay, let's go here. Okay, wait, hurry up. I don't want to lose on time. Okay, let's go here. Oh, I lost on time. That's okay. That's okay. That was good game. David says, "Oh, you used to teach chess before the pandemic in one of the local libraries in my area. But it's been pretty hard to be able to do that during the pandemic." Oh, I see. Yeah, it was like the pandemic, it's changed everything because I remember like before the pandemic, I used to go from house to house to teach. Um, and it's like that's what I used to do. But once the pandemic hit, then all my lessons were on Zoom. So like right now, most of my lessons are on Zoom right now, but I do have some in-person chess lessons. But again, the majority are on Zoom right now. But it's different. Like when you do teach in person, it's just like a lot different when you teach on Zoom. Um, yeah, so it's like when you teach, there's some like on Zoom or in person. I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages. Um, so, I mean, the good thing about teaching on Zoom is like there's no commute, right? You don't have to drive your car and go somewhere, right? I remember like before the pandemic, I used to go from house to house. So I remember like I used to um fill I used to fill out the gas tank of my car like once a week. But right now it's like I'm saving so much money on gas. So it's kind of interesting. Um so So just to let you guys know, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I do invite you to do that. I also have a chess club on chess.com that you're welcome to join. Um, my chess club is right here, Chess by Lauren. Also, if you notice right now, um, every Monday I do host a chess tournament on the Daily Chess Musings Chess Club. So I do invite you to um, join the Daily Chess Musings Chess Club. The Daily Chess Musings Chess Club is was founded by another chess teacher in California, and his name is Chris. He's a great chess teacher. So please join. Please play in my chess tournament too. Again, if you have if um so David says that I do remember you mentioned me in private before that you're not good with group lessons because how difficult it is to control the behavior of kids. Um, Yep, that's true. I think that every chess teacher has their own specialty, and my specialty is one-on-one. I like to teach one-on-one. Um, I remember, like, when I first started out, teaching chess, I remember, like, I did try teaching groups of kids, and it did not work out for me because it was, like, I was more of a babysitter. I had to, discipline, the kids. It was not a fun experience, but I know that there are some other chess teachers out there, and they're very good at, teaching groups of kids. So, I mean, the thing is, like, if you're a teacher, find what works for you. So for me, it's like one-on-one, that's my specialty. Um, I think like what I'm good at is like I'm good at giving like special speeches. Um, I've done like special like talks at libraries, or like if I'm a special guest, I'm happy to do that. Um, I've done that before because I remember like a couple years ago I did um, give a chess talk at an all girls chess tournament, and that was fun. That was really fun. Yeah, some of my girl students participated in that, and that was great. I've also done book talks too, because remember, I've also written two chess books on in chess. So I remember um in the past, I've given chess book talks at the libraries before, and that's also fun too. But you know, I don't mind doing group talks to adults. So that's like one of the services. So if you want a virtual chess workshop for your organization or company, I can offer that if you're interested. So yeah, definitely. If you're interested in chess lessons, contact me. I'll be happy to teach you. Um, so David says, how do your students treat you while you are giving private chess lessons? Do they all listen to you, or were any of them rude to you in the past? Um, I think like for the most part, the kids were nice. They listened to me. So that's great. Sometimes kids can get kind of silly sometimes. So sometimes I have to say like, okay, you guys, like, please, let's focus on this puzzle. But I have to be patient. Kids, they have like different learning styles. Like some kids want to play in tournaments, and some of them do not. I do encourage my students to play in tournaments, and if they do that, then that's great. There's a lot of chess tournaments in the San Francisco Bay Area. Um, but some kids do not want to play in tournaments, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I know, I mean, I've taught like all kinds of kids. Like my youngest student is 5 years old, and I've taught like kids from like who are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like all age ranges. And I've also taught adults too. The most interesting thing about my chess lessons is sometimes I have to be very patient with them. So I've also taught kids who have autism. That's a very interesting experience. Um, so I mean, some I mean, some kids that I teach they have ADHD. I think that's what it's called. What's it called? It's ADHD. Yeah. Um, um, so it's called ADHD. Yes, I have two students that have ADHD. Um, do you offer life lessons while giving chess lessons? Um, I guess I mean, I do I mean, I guess you could think of it that way. Like my chess lessons, I guess you could think of it as like life lessons. Um, yeah, David, I know that you're in San Antonio. Like it would, I mean, because I know you sent me an email a while back, but I mean, if you want me to I mean, I would be happy to be a special guest. Like, if you, I think it'd be kind of fun to like fly to Texas, and be a special guest. I'd be happy to do that. I think like with me, I tell people like my students like think before you move. Like ask questions like to get information. That's very very important. Um, what else? Like like what is it look at like all like look at the situation, but I also like I like what you said, like actions have consequences. Like ask like, okay, look, if I go here, what is my opponent gonna do? Ask questions so you don't make any silly mistakes, and you can apply that like to other areas in life. Like what happens if somebody um goes to a store and tries to steal something, like that's not good. Like no, 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 no. Um, my last name is Good Kind, so I tell people just try to be a good and kind person in life. That's very, very important. Um, what else? Um, I guess don't just I think don't underestimate anyone, or just like respect. Like I think it's like I tell people it's important to have good sportsmanship. So it's like when you do play a game, like especially over the board, um um yeah, yeah, David, I would like you to be a special guest whenever you have room in your schedule to travel to San Antonio and play in some tournaments there if possible. I would be happy to do that. Just let me know if you can send me like I would be happy like to be a special just let me know like what the best time is or like the best day. And I'd be happy to just carve some time out to fly out to San Antonio, Texas. I do have some I I have a friend who lives in Austin, Texas. And I know two people who live in Houston. So yeah, I would be happy to yeah fly to Texas one day. But just let me know like when um yeah, I mean, yeah, just let me know like when the best time and days are because it'd be happy to. I've never been to Texas before, but it'd be fun to do that. I know like in the past like a couple of years ago, I think it was like maybe 5 or 8 years ago. I remember like I did fly to Chicago to help out at a chess tournament. So like, I've done traveling for chess too. Like last year, I traveled to um Cherry Hill, New Jersey to play in a chess tournament, and I also had to give like a speech too. So I traveled to places too. So I like to travel. I do. Um so yeah, so David, yeah, let's make that happen. It'd be fun. Um yeah, it would be great. So um so I think I'm gonna get going because it's 5:41 p.m. and I have not had dinner yet, and I need to get dinner. But David, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on and watching my live stream. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great weekend. And yeah, that's like yeah, I hope like I can fly to San Antonio, Texas. Um make that happen. So anyway, my next live stream is going to be on Sunday, and that's going to be 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. Take care. Bye, David. Have a good night.